Yo, what's going on, guys? Kultamush back at it with another video, and in this video I want to talk about the convenience of PC gaming. Now, the word convenient is usually attached to console gaming. When you buy a console, it's just a plug-and-play box. You plug it in, you put your game in, and you're good to go. With PC, it's a bit more complicated in that if you don't buy a pre-built computer, you'll have to build your PC, you'll have to download the software, you'll have to download drivers. And to the ardent PC gamer, you're probably thinking that's very easy to do, but to the normal guy that's just looking to get into PC gaming, that to them might be a learning curve. And I know consoles have always had this painted picture of being extremely convenient, and don't get me wrong, consoles are extremely convenient, but PC gaming also has elements of being a very convenient platform. Now, yes, like I said right out of the gate, unless you buy a pre-built computer, there are a bit more things you could do. With a console, you literally just make an account. Either you have the game on disc, or you hop onto the PlayStation Store or the Microsoft Xbox Live Store, and you just buy your games, and you're gonna download them, and you're gonna be good to go. When you actually have your PC built, PCs aren't far off from that. Steam is such a convenient platform in that you just go on it, you buy your game, you download them, and for the most part, that's all you have to do. Sure, every week or so, you'll have to do a driver update, and in the past, driver updates were a bit annoying. That in the past, you would have to go on Nvidia's website every week or every 2 weeks and then download the new driver, but nowadays, GeForce Experience has made PC such a more streamlined experience as far as drivers go. You'll just get a notification whenever a driver's released, you download it, you install it, and you're good to go. It's not a big deal anymore. I don't see why people really bring up drivers as that big of an issue on PC these days. Consoles have to do updates every now and again, and that's very easy to do on consoles, and PCs the same way with drivers. It's super easy to do. And Nvidia isn't the only one that has made drivers super streamlined. AMD also does a good job keeping the drivers moving, keeping it easy for even the most casual PC gamer to download their driver and be on their way. And the biggest negative I hear in terms of convenience on PC gaming is the technical issues. Now, in my experiences, hardware issues are very few and far between. In the last 5 years that I've been PC gaming, the only issues I've had with hardware was that one time that a power supply blew on me, and that was completely my fault. I was just being a retard. And then another time when a Western Digital Caviar Blue crapped out on me. Those are the two hardware issues I've had. Outside of that, I've had nothing in terms of hardware actually failing on me. I've never had an issue with the video card, never had an issue with the CPU, never had issue with any RAM. So someone like me that does take decent care of his PC, and you should be, you're spending a lot of money on this hardware, I really don't think you're going to be having that many technical issues in terms of hardware. Unless you're the kind of person that just leaves his PC laying on the ground sideways, and you never open it up, and you never clean it, and you never actually check up on it. And I'm not saying you have to go through and check if everything in your PC is fine every day. Every 3 or 4 months would be perfectly fine. It's not like I obsess over making sure all my hardware is good on my PC every day. I just do it once in a while. And for me, I've had very few hardware issues, and the hardware issues I've had, like I said, the one power supply that blew on me was entirely my fault. And then one mechanical hard drive going bad in 5 years is actually not that bad. So technical issues will arise, but I do think by a lot of people they are overblown by how much you get them. Honestly, if you take decent care of your PC, if you know what's in your PC and you can diagnose an issue, it's really not that big of a deal, and it won't affect your convenience that much. And in terms of technical issues from a software front, yeah, games sometimes have problems on launch day, but nowadays, especially with things like big forums, Reddit, those issues are diagnosed so quickly by people online, they've got fixes right away. And if you have an error on a recently released game, chances are someone has a fix for it online, so you can literally fix it in like 5 minutes. Yeah, does that affect your convenience a little bit? Sure. But it's not bad at all for the majority of titles. Every once in a while, you will get a game like Batman Arkham Knight where the game's completely broken and no one can fix it. And yeah, that is a bummer, and that will piss a lot of people off. But nowadays, that's very few and far between where a game will just be completely broken on PC. But since Batman Arkham Knight, it hasn't been that bad. And outside of those technical and software issues that for the most part are pretty easy to fix, as far as creating a competent gaming ecosystem, PC gaming does such a great job with that. Steam is so great in that you have thousands upon thousands of games to pick from. You have games from previous generations. With PC, it's actually not a generational gap. PC is just a continuous platform that's gonna go on forever. Unlike PlayStation consoles where you do have the PS3, then you have the PS4, and the PS4 can't even play PS3 games. If you want to play your PS3 games, you better have that older PS3 console hooked up, and that is pretty annoying. I know with the Xbox One, they do have some games that are available through backwards compatibility, but it's still not all of them. With PC, you're talking about decades upon decades of games that are still available to play, and not only that, with the use of emulators, you just have all these games a fingertip away. It gives you easy access to all of these games, and if you were trying to play these games on consoles, you're gonna have all these different consoles. You want to play PS2 games, you better haul out your PS2. You want to play a game on the Super Nintendo, you better haul out your Super Nintendo. This is honestly my favorite thing about PC gaming, the fact that I have all these games all on one platform. Guys, I don't have the space where I can have 10 consoles in a single room. That's just not gonna happen, and while a PC is kind of big, the fact is, I've got games from the PS2 on there, I've got games from last generation on there, I've got games from this generation on there, I've got games from the PS1 on there, I've got games from the Super Nintendo on there. I have access to so many different games all on one platform, and that's so freaking convenient. And outside of just games, I think a lot of people forget when comparing PC to consoles that PC is in fact a PC. You can't look at PC as just a gaming platform because it isn't. You can do so much more on PC on that platform. All on your one PC, that one single machine. You can check your email, you can browse the internet and forums, you can edit a video, you can hop on Photoshop. There's so many things you can do on PC, and it's all just a fingertip away, making it all so much more convenient. I know there's gonna be the one smartass that says, hey Mush, do you know that PlayStation 4 has an internet browser? Yes, I know PS4 has an internet browser, but let's be honest, not many people are gonna use that. It's not very intuitive. And yes, I know that you can record and share videos on a PS4, but if you really want to do anything major, you're gonna need editing software. You're gonna need something like Sony Vegas or Adobe Premiere Pro. So I think I've rambled on long enough. I think you guys get the idea. So while PC may have some inconveniences in terms of hardware and software issues, the fact that you can do so much on one platform is just so great in my opinion. And really, even with those minor issues that I mentioned earlier in the video, the fact you can do all that makes PC one of the most convenient platforms that you can get, in my opinion. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? I would love to hear your guys' thoughts down below. So as always, guys, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you dislike, hit the dislike button, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.